What is the most bullshit profession that actually exists? Televangelists. Biggest scammers in the world. But don't worry, just slap the name Jesus or God and it's legit. God spoke to me and said I need a brand new G800 because it has a longer range than my 2-year-old G650 so I can reach more people with the message of God. So please open up your checkbooks and donate that $72 million I need to get it. I remember seeing an interview with 2 televangelists talking about why they needed their private jets. They literally said they travel so much to spread the word of God, and can't be expected to sit with the heathens and demons and coach. Basically the people who give them money. There was a recent post on Reddit showing a video of a televangelist showing off his gold wristwatch during a televised sermon to a packed audience. It was very cringe. He claimed his watch cost around $80,000 to buy. Why the audience didn't rush the stage to tear this monster apart is still beyond me. It was profane beyond belief. The prosperity gospel is the 21st century heresy. It's exactly opposite of what Jesus said about wealth. Anyone who sells MLM garbage. No, I don't want to buy your average at best makeup. Moms losing money. Also Mormons losing money. Therese, a lot of overlap. Anyone who says they have an investing strategy 100% makes money from selling this bullshit and couldn't make money investing in a million years. Promotional speaker. Let me tell you how I became successful charging you $10,000 to speak, how I get $10,000. Feels like that book titled How I Made $290,000 Selling Books that was for sale on Amazon for $290,000. That's funny. Pet communicator. Yes, we have these in my country. And Therese, this famous internet joke. Communicator. Your pet wants to be pet more often. Owner. He is a fish. Edit. I'm surprised that lots of places actually have this and many people are buying it instead of doing their homework. Cleaning up the pens at a rodeo. Life coaches, especially the ones in their 20s. Listen. You don't know shit about shit. And if your coach title doesn't start with a sport in front of it, you're a fraud. Ticket broker and console broker, aka ticket scalper and console scalper. Add no value to the transaction, just needlessly insert themselves to profit. Duck 'em. Whatever the person who's in charge of making the malware and annoying redirect ads is called edit. My bad, thought in charge is written as in charge edit too. Should have mentioned this earlier, but if you're suffering from this, get the uBlock Origin browser extension. It's the best thing that could have possibly been made for a browser. The jerk off at insurance companies who gets to choose if a medical procedure is covered. Yeah, like the one who decided my C-section was not considered necessary. Why don't you just hold the baby in? Of course. 1. Get pregnant 2. Absorb baby 3. 4. Nutrients. Say no to abortion and yes to absorption. Once worked at a company where they had social media officers, whose jobs were to go through Instagram and like and comment on photos of hot people. They earned more than I did, no idea how. The people who have to install indicators on BMWs. Influencer. Influencer managers. Those people actually do their jobs. NYC apartment brokers. I hate having a middleman. The only way it would make sense to me is if they were there to negotiate on my behalf, but instead they are incentivized to do the very opposite. I once heard about an apartment opening in NYC from a friend of mine in the building, so I called the landlord and she said this is when it's available, this is the rent, oh, and Teresa broker's fee, and I'm the broker. Such a scam, but I paid it because you have to in NY. I feel like being a broker for your own property should be illegal. Yeah, but then it becomes my brother John is the broker. No winning unless you ban the practice altogether. The entire health insurance industry. Health insurance companies in the US have exactly 2 motivations. 1. Extract as much money as possible while you are healthy. 2. Hope you die as quickly as possible once you are sick. Item 2 needs to be adjusted. They want you to die as quickly as possible after all your cash and assets have been depleted. They want you alive until then. Medium. Medium? She looks like an extra large to me. A 5-foot-tall psychic just escaped police custody. There's a small medium at large. Psychic. Any kind, especially those who prey on people mourning the dead and convincing them they are speaking. Saltbee. Pay extortionate money to eat a steak seasoned with salt from a sweaty elbow. Pharmacy benefits manager. As it is a subset of the health insurance industry, whose main purpose is to say you can't get care you need, I'd agree. Paparazzi. Professional stalking harassment. Look up Tobey Maguire's breakdown in front of the press. Hess yelling at them to move because he just wants to drive off, but they swarm and surround the car instead. Complete and utter bullshit that paparazzi can basically harass celebrities and get paid for it. Agreed. Or Britney Spears' breakdown is literally just a woman with PTSD trying to reintroduce herself to normal life. But we are all just ignoring PTSD exists. Somehow. And acting like posting vents or having a conversation with a waiter is a meltdown. We as a society need to chill on judging each other over everything. At the Edinburgh Zoo, the penguins will track the planes as they pass overhead and fall in their backs. They employ someone to write the penguins when this happens. My immediate supervisor. Internet trolls unofficially backed by political parties. Yes, paid troll farms. Assistant jizz mopper at the local adult video store. In the US, the entire medical insurance industry. We pay more for insuring individuals than most countries pay to care for individuals. Beyond that, the cost-reducing policies of insurers creates a product, the care itself, which is focused on saving a little now and not focused on the long-term health of the patient. So, an inherently inferior product, but at least it's expensive. Landlords edit. To everyone saying that landlords exist because people shouldn't or can't own the property, here's some reasons as to why I believe you are wrong. 1. People can't afford to buy it, maybe not in lump sum, but payment plans exist for a reason. Instead of paying $2,300 a month in rent just for the privilege of living there, you could be paying the same amount for the right to live on that property. 2. The landlords need to make money to feed their families, yeah, so do I. However, the landlord gets paid for owning the land, not actually for any kind of labor or service. The only service being provided is a basic human right, the right to shelter. My sister used a camp consultant to find a summer camp for her kid. I'm still in shock that that is a real job. And that my sister hired one. Different situations. I'm getting ready to move to a new city. I'd pay $50 for someone to give me a write-up on 15 different summer camps. Pick-up drop-off times, distance from home, cost, specialty, what activities, have they been found guilty of negligence the last 5 years? Is it being bankrolled by a cult? Okay, that's legit and a reasonable fee. Edit. The more I think about this, the more I am sure you could turn this into a modestly successful website. The sort of thing you would need to do a decent amount of legwork late winter and early spring, but then sell advertising or sell the review guide for a nominal fee. Telemarketing. Influencer, life coach. Paparazzi. Is being involved in an MLM considered to be a profession? Los Pollos Hermanos owner. That guy does nothing with his time and just smiles. It's not even like he runs his business. Hess always disappearing and going to some weird laundromat near my home. Phone a text mail solicitations for anything. If I wanted to buy something or sell you my house, I would contact you. Duck off. What is the most bullshit profession that actually exists? Bovine proctologist. The entirety of Ticketmaster. If they had to compete on a level playing field, your concerts would cost half of what they do. TV ad sales. Far overpaid, it's more of an exclusive club. Ad buyers too, just funneling corporate money into executive suites, box offices, etc. All the people that help you buy a house, title guy that shows up late and just stamps things after you sign, the mortgage guy that is always behind and forgets things, forcing you to sign at 10 p.m. the night before it's due, one of the 70 inspectors that charge $1,000 have no stakes in this and miss everything, the other title guy that calls you back later, etc. Chiropractors. It's all BS. Lobbyist.